The man accidentally ate a wild fruit. Suddenly he felt a splitting headache. The next second a pair of antlers grew from his head. Along the way the man tried everything, but he just couldn't pull them out. Then he came across another wild fruit tree. The fruits looked so juicy and tempting. He couldn't resist and took a bite. The antlers on his head immediately fell off. Turns out this was the antidote. The man realized the secret, so he brought the fruit to seek revenge on the princess. Not long ago he was just an ordinary foot soldier. That day he accidentally kicked a pile of cow dung into the commander's wife's mouth and was thrown into jail. He thought he would spend the rest of his life there. Then a mouse suddenly appeared under the bed and spoke like a human, told him to open the drawer. Inside was a deck of cards that could change fate. The man half believed it. Just then the warden brought food. He stared at the cards and seemed possessed, demanding to gamble with the man. This was a magical deck of cards. No matter how small the card he threw, it always turned into a winning hand on the table. The warden lost all night, and the man regained his freedom. From then on he became a gambling master. His fame spread far and wide. Even the king came to challenge him. Seeing his superb skills, the king came up with a brilliant idea. He ordered the man to gamble against the neighboring prince to win back the lost land from war. The man rose to fame in one match and became a national hero. Even the princess started to admire him. After the banquet, the princess secretly asked her cousins to find out if he was willing to marry into the royal family. But the two cousins were jealous of his achievements, so they twisted the message, causing the princess to misunderstand. When the drunk man came to meet her, she handed him a cup of medicated wine, pretending to ask about the cards, but actually wanting to take them away. Then the cousins took him to a remote mountain and pushed him off a cliff. It was because of this that he found the magical wild fruit in the valley. The man brought the fruit to the palace gate and tried selling it to the royal cook. The 50-year-old cook took one bite and instantly regained her youthful figure. She ran back to tell the princess about it. At that time, the princess was heartbroken and crying every day. When she heard this, she immediately asked the cook to buy all the fruit. The princess stuffed the wild fruit into her mouth. By the time the cook caught her breath, the princess had turned into a monster. To cure the princess's strange illness, the king summoned all the doctors, but none of them could heal her. At that moment, the man disguised himself and joined the medical team. He pretended to check her heartbeat, looked into her mouth, tapped her feet, then made up a bunch of nonsense. To get cured, the princess had no choice but to obey him. He took the chance to ask for his cards back and handed her a green wild fruit. The princess took a bite, and the antlers on her head immediately fell off. She quickly got out of bed, ran to the window and ate several more. The next second she turned into a stunning beauty. The man was stunned by what he saw, lost in thought. He removed his disguise. They cleared up the misunderstanding and fell in love. The king heard the noise outside and burst through the door. As the door opened, a gust of wind blew the cards away. They had already changed the man's fate. Now they were off to find their next master.